If you're still planning your delivery routes by gut feeling or a spreadsheet, you are potentially losing 15 to 30% of your total delivery costs every single day.
Welcome to Easy Business Automation. This is the show that helps you use artificial intelligence, but without having to become a tech person.
That's it exactly. We focus on practical, actionable ways for small and local businesses to use AI. The goal is always simple: save time, cut down on stress, and boost your revenue.
And today we're talking all about AI in logistics, specifically optimization and automation for small fleets.
Right, so this is for you if you're running a couple of plumber vans, a handful of delivery trucks, or maybe you're a small regional distributor.
And what you'll walk away with today is not just theory. We're going to give you a simple 30-day checklist to start saving on fuel and cutting delivery times right away.
Okay, so let's jump in. Why is this such a critical topic right now?
Well, because efficiency in logistics is basically survival now. The last mile of delivery, that final trip to the customer's door, it now accounts for a staggering 53% of total shipping costs.
53%. So it's the single biggest expense.
It is. And if you're doing manual route planning, you are just hitting your margins so hard. Every missed delivery, every wrong turn, it adds up fast.
I mean, we see the headlines about the big guys, right? Like Walmart saving 33 million miles in 1 year with AI.
Exactly. And while that number is, huge, the principles behind it are what really matter for a small business. The savings are proportional.
So let's break that down. A McKinsey study I saw suggested that even a small fleet can see, a 5 to 10% reduction in fuel and maintenance?
Yes. And on top of that, a 15% improvement in productivity. And that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, so let's make that real. Let's imagine a small beverage distributor. 5 trucks. What does that 15% productivity boost actually mean for them?
It could mean they eliminate an hour of expensive driver overtime every single day, or maybe they can fit in 3 extra stops per route without needing to buy a 6th truck. That's real money.
And what's their pain point right now, before the AI?
Oh, it's a constant headache. You've got a dispatcher spending 2 hours every morning just staring at a map, trying to sequence 50 stops for 5 drivers.
And those routes are probably out of date the second the trucks leave the lot?
Immediately. So drivers are calling in all the time because of traffic, road closures, you name it. That leads to overtime because the plan was just a best guess.
And then there's the big one, the breakdown. The one that happens because maintenance was put off until a warning light came on.
That's the nightmare scenario. You're talking thousands in emergency repairs, lost revenue, and really unhappy customers. It's a preventable disaster.
So the goal here is to give that 5-truck operation the same kind of precision as a FedEx or an Amazon.
That's it. So they can handle more business with the exact same fleet they already have. Let's get into the 3 core ideas that make this happen.
Perfect. I want to start with the one that seems to have the biggest immediate impact: AI route optimization. What is that in plain English?
It's basically software that uses machine learning and real-time data like traffic and weather to instantly figure out the fastest, most efficient order for all your stops.
Okay, but hold on. Isn't that just a fancier Google Maps? I can plug 5 stops into my phone and it tells me the best way. Why pay for this?
That is the perfect question, and it gets to the core difference. Google Maps solves the A to B problem really well. AI route optimization solves something much harder called the traveling salesman problem.
The traveling salesman problem.
Yeah. I mean, if you have 50 stops, there are literally trillions of possible ways to run that route. The AI isn't just finding the shortest path. It's finding the optimal sequence that honors all of your business rules.
What kind of rules are we talking about?
Things like, this truck has a specific delivery window between 9 and 11 a.m., or another truck can only carry a certain weight, or this customer needs a call 30 minutes before arrival. The AI juggles all of that stuff in seconds.
That makes sense. So what's the weakness? What's the catch?
The strength is easy to measure. Up to 20% less fuel burned, maybe 25% shorter delivery times. The weakness, though, is that it needs good, clean data from your vehicles.
You mean like GPS tracking?
Exactly. GPS, or what's called telematics. If you don't have that basic tracking in place, that's step 1. You have to invest there first.
Okay, that's a great transition.
Yeah.
Because all the efficiency in the world doesn't matter if the truck breaks down. That brings us to the second concept: predictive maintenance.
Right, and this is all about shifting from being reactive to being proactive. The AI analyzes sensor data from the engine vibration, temperature, oil pressure to predict when a part is going to fail, long before it actually does.
I've heard that word telematics before. That's the little box in the truck that sends the data back, right?
That's the one. It's the enabling technology. So if you get it for route optimization, you're already set up to unlock predictive maintenance as a bonus.
So for our beverage distributor, how does this play out?
Okay, so the system notices that one of the older trucks, its fuel efficiency has been dropping just a tiny bit over the last few weeks. It's a sign of a small engine issue.
So instead of waiting for the check engine light,
The system alerts the owner and says, hey, you should schedule a quick service for this truck next week. So they fix a small, inexpensive part during off hours instead of having a huge breakdown on the highway during a delivery.
a $300 fix on a Tuesday night versus a $3,000 emergency repair and lost business on a Monday morning.
Exactly. The ROI is clear. You save 10 to 40% on maintenance costs, and you can cut those big unplanned breakdowns by half.
But I can hear a small business owner thinking that initial cost, the sensors, the subscription, it feels like a lot. How do you get past that?
You have to frame it differently. Think of the initial cost as a guaranteed fuel rebate. If you save 15% on fuel from better routing, you pay for the whole system in just a few months. The optimization pays for the maintenance savings.
That's a smart way to look at it. Okay, third concept. This one is about the person behind the wheel, driver safety monitoring.
Yeah, these systems use AI-powered cameras and sensors inside the cab to look for things like distraction, cell phone use, or signs of fatigue.
How does it actually know if a driver is getting tired? That seems a little invasive.
It's looking for subtle patterns, things like slow blinking, the driver's head starting to drift, maybe small weaving in the lane. When it detects a pattern that signals danger, it gives a private in-cab audio alert, just a beep to snap the driver back to attention.
And the stats are pretty powerful. A 30% drop in fatigue incidents, 22% fewer preventable accidents. That's huge for insurance costs, not to mention safety.
It is, but you're right to bring up the implementation challenge. This can be costly for very small fleets, and you have to handle the privacy issue very carefully.
So how do you introduce this to your drivers without them feeling like Big Brother is watching?
It has to be positioned as a safety tool, not a surveillance tool. The goal is coaching, not punishment. You use the data to identify risky behaviors like consistent hard braking and then provide targeted training. It's about building a safer culture.
All right, let's put this all together. We have the concepts. Now, how do they actually change the day-to-day for the people at our beverage company? Let's start with the dispatcher.
Okay, so before AI, that person is spending hours manually planning routes. The result is often inefficient, drivers are unhappy, and deliveries are late.
But with AI route optimization,
Their planning time can be cut by 75%. And if a last-minute order comes in or a road closes, the system reroutes everyone automatically, in real time.
but the human isn't totally out of the loop, right?
Absolutely not. The dispatcher still needs to do a final review. They check the AI's route to make sure it includes important customer notes like use the rear gate or call on arrival. The AI does the heavy lifting, the human adds the nuance.
Okay, next up, the owner. Their pain is that reactive maintenance schedule.
Right. They're either changing the oil every 5,000 miles just because, or worse, they wait for something to break. This leads to expensive downtime at the worst possible moments.
But with predictive maintenance, they get that alert 3 weeks early that the brakes are wearing down.
And they can schedule that repair for a Sunday instead of losing a truck on a busy Thursday. The owner can then use these insights to shift their entire maintenance budget from a fixed schedule to a proactive, performance-based one. That can extend the life of a vehicle by 30%.
That's a huge asset life extension. Okay, finally, the front desk. The people answering the phone.
Their pain is just constant interruptions, answering, "Where is my order?" all day long. It's a massive time sink.
But with an AI-driven system, the communication becomes automated.
Yes, the platform can automatically send an SMS or an email that says your driver is 30 minutes away. It just proactively answers the customer's question before they even ask it.
Which frees up the front desk staff to do more valuable work, like sales follow-ups.
Exactly. And when there is an issue, like a failed delivery, they can resolve it fast. The driver's app can capture a photo as proof of delivery, so there's no more he said, she said about where a package was left.
So it all comes down to using data to get rid of waste. Wasted fuel, wasted miles, wasted time, and these tools are actually affordable now, even for a fleet of 5 or 10 vehicles.
And you have to remember, customer expectations are only going up. People expect same-day delivery and real-time tracking. You need a data foundation just to stay in the game.
So let's make it really actionable. What can a business owner do in the next 30 days?
Okay, action 1 for the first 7 days. Test drive optimization software. A lot of companies offer a free trial, and the monthly cost can be as low as $15 per vehicle.
And the goal here is just to prove it to yourself, right? Take last week's routes, run them through the tool, and see if it finds a 15 to 20% mileage reduction.
That's it. Action 2, within 14 days, implement customer alerts. Use the tracking feature to start sending those simple, your driver is 30 minutes away notifications.
And then just track your inbound calls. Aim for a 20% reduction in where's my order calls. That's time your staff gets back immediately.
Action 3, within 30 days. Establish core metrics. You can't manage what you don't measure. Pick 3 KPIs, key performance indicators to track.
We'd suggest cost per delivery, your on-time delivery rate, and your first attempt success rate. Use that hard data to prove the ROI of the software.
And finally, Action 4, also within 30 days. Audit your safety needs. You don't have to buy a full camera system yet. Just start looking at the basic data you get from your telematics, like hard braking or speeding events.
Find one pattern, maybe one driver who needs a little coaching. That's your first step toward building a safer fleet. It starts small.
Remember, success here isn't about buying the fanciest AI on the market. It's about finding the right, simple tool to solve a specific, painful problem you have right now.
So just pick one of those 4 actions. Test the software. Measure the fuel you save. That first win will give you the confidence to start automating more of your business.
Thanks for joining us for this session of Easy Business Automation. We look forward to talking with you again soon.
We'll see you next time.